you have to be careful of what people think always.
That's
You
why I
have
was gonna
you
say
have to
you want to
consider
tell.
that.
Yeah, that's why I say it's where you place it. You always want to build your brand. You want to make sure okay, what do you want to be? What's your brand? Okay, go to build your brand. If you want to be a stripper, don't care about what these niggas gonna say because that's your brand. You want to be
Go
a
be the best
doctor.
stripper you
You
can
want to be
be.
a doctor. You don't want to worry about what the gangbangers say when you come home and it's time for you to, do your duty and they talking about you in your scrub because they think you look like a nurse. So that I think when they was talking about don't care what people think, they was talking about like in finding a career. If I don't like this, then okay, yeah, go to this. But that can be applied to different areas of life. Like you don't want to just say this or that. No, it can be applied to different areas of life. You just want to be careful how you say it, and you want to make sure you give context when you say it.
That again goes back to what Hink said. Y'all have the luxury of doing that. That's not something that you teach young men. You know what I'm saying? Because that now is going to bite you in the ass. That's literally women now creating the very men that they complain about. So that's counterintuitive. It's counterproductive.
I have to agree with Viz because, like I said, I have a 19-year-old son, and yeah, they feel like he
I
tells
agree
me that
when it comes to men.
he was like, I can do AI and pass college. He's like, I don't have to do that, right? But I'm in the mindset, you got to go to college, you got to graduate, you need to have a plan, you need to have, and he's just like, I don't know what your generation did, but we don't have to do any of that, And it's like, so I already know he's gonna get on a job, not like it, next job, not like it. I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like this generation is thinking something different because of the things that they hear, and everything is so easily accessible. I had no idea because I had books in college. So he's like, "Oh no, mom, we can just AI that." You
But
know what
that
I mean? So
and that's the problem. See, the thing is with college, and I agree that college is arguably it's a scam, right? We all can agree that you're essentially going there for the experience. But what it is that they're teaching you as well is structure, is discipline. These are the most important and vital things that you have to have in life, especially as a man. So if you remove that, then that is now causing and creating anarchy. That is causing chaos. That is now the author of confusion, and which is the opposite of good and God. So if we take all of that away and we remove all of that, we now have these unstable homes. We now have single moms. We now have young fathers, dads, men that's not taking care of their children, and it's just complete chaos. So
This I
we
noticed.
I
Um,
see.
I'm sorry.
I was,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say this. You know, I understand what your son's mindset is like, but I must say what me and Shane always used to say. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men create hard times. And you can see today that we have a lot of weak men today creating hard times for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? That not only at the upper level, but also at the community level, at the relationship, families, etc. And unfortunately, I'm just gonna be very blunt. A lot of young people need to go through the ringer. They need mud. They need to have mud on their boots. They need to know what it is to go through some pain. They need to know what it is to suffer. They need to know what it is to go through something. You know, like
I
this cushy because because what happens is when you don't treat them like that, and everything's so soft, this soft life type of stuff, what you gonna do once you get a little bit older and you get hit with some real shit? You're not prepared. You've never been prepared for that. Now you're here and now you can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So how does that prepare you, even at the work or corporate level, right? You gotta go through that. Like,
because you work so hard for your kids. I think that's what our generation did. We're like, we're gonna give them. They're not gonna have to do. I'm gonna do it everything.
we're gonna spoil the fuck out of them and create the exact people that we complain about and we talk about and point the finger at and say that they fucking up the community and all this other shit. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
I
I think
agree with y'all.
So,
I think when
so
it
Adrian,
comes down to the
let me ask
men
you a
and the
question, not to
boys,
pry too much into your business. Uh, when your son says these things, what does his father say when he hears his rhetoric when it comes out of his mouth?
like this is not your house. Like you don't own this house. It's not your house. This is your mom's house. You gotta get out and get a job. Like you gotta make your own way. Life don't work like that. I mean, what would any
Yeah,
father say, right? You know what I'm saying?
when
Like
I
you gotta figure it
yeah,
out. But my son is figuring it out because he got in a really, really bad car accident a couple weeks ago. He shattered his hip, like all of this, right?
Mm.
Have like 3
Sorry
different,
to hear that.
and it's been rough. And so he is a very spoiled individual. But now he's saying things to me like, I shouldn't have gotten in a car with him. These guys aren't my friends because to teenagers, your friends are your life, right? I could never tell him anything about these friends. Like y'all, you know what I mean? So now he looking at it like, well, dang, I was in the hospital. Ain't nobody come visit me. You know what I mean? My mom is the only one that's showing up and showing out. And so he's starting to have an understanding and he's starting to realize, like, dang, I'm a man, I'm 19. People ain't finna just wait on me hand and foot. Because that was his expectation. Like, oh, everybody gonna wait on me hand and foot. I got and we like, boy, if you don't get up, do everything you need to do for yourself, take care of yourself. And it's been like frustrating to him, but I'm like, you have to take care of yourself. That's what I told him today. Like, nobody's doing this for you. You are a grown up. Yes, you got in a car wreck. We are very sympathetic, but you have to get up and get it on your own. So I feel like at this point, he's kind of already getting the lesson early. It was a bad way, but I feel like he's trying to understand. Like, I got to figure this
so
out now.
I would definitely recommend you as a mother to pull back a little bit. I would definitely recommend that you pull back a little bit
I am
and
definitely
allow
a
him
mama.
to.
I am like a mama bear. Because I just told him
Yeah,
today, like, I wish you had a girlfriend. But
I
I'm a
understand,
mama
man.
bear.
But even a girlfriend's not gonna help him because he
And
ain't gonna
she
do
just
but
gonna
go from
replace you.
you to her, and that's it. And he's still not learning. So
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend you to pull back, allow him to go through like you said, like Luke said, get his feet dirty, get his hands dirty, and do what he got to do, and suffer a little bit, and take some bumps and some bruises. As long as it doesn't cost him his life or his freedom, he'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with taking those L's. I don't call them losses. I call them life lessons. Let him take some of them L's. As a man, that's what he needs, because that's how he's going to learn from his mistakes. His him falling down and getting back up, saying, "Hey, maybe I need to do a little bit differently than I did before, because this way it cost me a month or two. Now, if I do it that way, I'll be ahead of about 2 months." Yeah, you need to pull back on him a little bit, because if not, it's gonna be forever a burden, and and he'll never grow up.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying with my kids. Because I'm like, dang, when I was 19, I was a grown up. Like, grown up. He couldn't even make his own doctor's appointment. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how do you get into college? But
Just
you
you
can't
help
find
them.
these people to make a doctor's appointment. So I was like, what is going on? But they have no social skills. It's really crazy. Like he graduated, like all of that stuff was during the pandemic. He missed all those years of school. Like that really affected them. Because I'm like, this man has no social skills.